guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's makeup tutorial is going to be on this look right here, and it's going to be a little bit different because this whole look was done using products that are new to me that I've never tried before personally. I am going to be trying them on while doing this makeup look and letting you guys know what I think of the products, how they wear, how they go on, how they blend, blah blah blah. If you want to know how to get this look and if you want to find out some new products that you might be interested in, then please keep on watching. Okay, the first product I'm going to try is this brand new product to me. I received it quite a while ago, so it's not a new product. This is the Pulp DeRose from Vita. It's a mixture of essential oils and what else? Let me see. Wild rose petals and fruits of the wild rose. It sounds really pretty, but okay. Let's see how it does in the face. I'm not gonna spritz too much on because it is an oil and I don't want to put too much of that on my face. It absorbs into the skin really nicely. It doesn't leave a greasy film at all. It feels really nice and matte actually. Next I'm gonna go in with Confidence in a Cream from IT Cosmetics. I've heard so many amazing things about this cream. Let me just show you guys what it looks like. Here we go. This is the packaging. I think it's so pretty. Let's see if it does as well as everybody says it does. Okay, it's really easy to apply to the skin. Again, not really very greasy, although it does leave a slightly more greasy feel than the oil that I sprayed on. The next thing I want to try out is a makeup base. This is the LeBlanc Light Creator Brightening Makeup Base. So you're supposed to shake it. I'm just going to use my fingers to smooth it onto the face. This smells almost exactly like the Chanel Vita Lumiere foundation. I do love the smell of the Vita Lumiere foundation. It kind of gives me this really nice, awake, excited feeling. I don't know, that's just me. I associate a lot of things to smells. That's probably why I like the Vita Lumiere smell so much. Just reminds me of happy days. The foundation I'm going to be trying in this video is the Dior Capture Total. This foundation is apparently Jennifer Lawrence's favorite, and if it's good enough for Jennifer Lawrence, sure as hell is good enough for me. I have the shade 20. I'm also really liking this foundation. It's got really good coverage and it doesn't feel cakey at all on the skin. In fact, it looks pretty natural. Okay, before I move on with the rest of the face, I'm going to brighten the under eyes. This is also a brand new product to me. This is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I got this in a Sephora bag a while ago, but kind of just put it aside. Let's see how it works. It does have a slight shimmer to it and it is very moisturizing. I can really feel it on my skin. It also smells like kids makeup. It smells like Barbie's makeup. Did you guys used to buy Barbie makeup when you were younger? I wasn't a very big fan of Barbie dolls. My sister and I used to tear the hands and legs off of the dolls. Don't ask me why. But I really did like the Barbie makeup. I actually almost feel as if I don't need any under eye concealer with this. It already looks really good, but I'm just gonna put on a tiny bit of concealer on top just to see what it looks like. This one is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Just gonna highlight a tiny bit. With this Too Faced Born This Way concealer, you want to make sure that your beauty blender isn't too wet because it does break down if your beauty blender is too wet. So with that Dior foundation, I don't feel like I need any concealer, and that is actually a good thing because I don't have any new concealer to try out. So I'm going to move on to powder. I'm going to be trying out this new Bye Bye Pores from IT Cosmetics. When I say new, I really mean new to me because I know these products have been out for a while now. I just haven't tried them. I have tried the loose powder version of this, which I think is really good. I haven't tried the compact powder version. I know it's probably not very much different, but I do like the fact that this is really nice and convenient. One thing I really like about this HD powder is that it really helps to smooth that skin. So wherever you feel like you've got, you know, extra pores or bumps, just run this powder over it and it really does soften the entire look. Alright, it performs just as well as the loose powder. I like it. Okay, I'm doing brows now. What I have is the IT Cosmetics Brow Power. I'm really particular when it comes to eyebrow pencils. I like my eyebrow pencils very fine. I don't like... I keep tapping things. Anyway, I am a very lazy person, so I don't like having to use multiple products to finish up my look, especially not on a daily basis. So my brow powder, or my brow pencil, or my brow product, oh my gosh, my brow product has to be able to give me nice, full, soft looking brows with fine edges without me having to use more than one product. So I'm just using really, really light feathery strokes and feathering that brow in. This pencil doesn't really have a fine tip, but it's doing a pretty good job at feathering in the front of my brows, so I quite like it actually. I'm still gonna have to go in probably with a concealer and a concealer brush and just refine the edges of the brows a little bit. But overall, I quite like this pencil. And I like the color as well. And 10 hours later, I am finally back. That brow pencil though is a huge winner for me. I think it is so great. It's not very thin and somehow it manages to just draw some really nice, really precise lines. I love it so much. I did, of course, apply a little bit of concealer just to refine the edges a little bit more. But overall, I think without concealer, it would still do a pretty damn amazing job. I'm very, very impressed. I love the brow pencil. Moving on, Dior Fix-It 2-in-1 Prime and Conceal. It comes in their little lipstick bullet, which I think is so cool. So it's a little ring of concealer and then I think probably a moisturizing balm of some sort. Let's try it. By the way, this is marketed as a primer and concealer for the face, eyes, and lips. Just gonna blend it out with the brush I used to apply the concealer earlier. You can also use a fluffy synthetic brush, whichever one you want. The eyeshadow I'm going to be trying out today, I have actually swatched before. I think you guys may have seen it in some of my Snapchats maybe. This is from the Chanel Fall Collection and it is the, okay, I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm going to list it down in the description box below for you guys. Anyway, I've swatched this, but I haven't really done a full eye look with it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to start with a fluffy brush and I'm going to pick up the lightest color in the palette, which is this one right here, and just buff that all over the crease. This eyeshadow is blending so beautifully on top of that primer. I think I'm going to be doing a pretty deep toned eye look today, so I'm going to go in with the darkest color in the palette, which is this one right here. And I'm going to pick it up with a flat packer eyeshadow brush. Sorry, I just lost my words there. And I'm just going to apply it to the outer and inner corners of the eyes on the mobile lid. And then at the outer corner, I'm going to push it all the way out in a nice V shape. I always do V shapes because for my eye shape in particular, it helps if I kind of wing it outwards and upwards. Just lifts the eye a bit. And then I'm going to join the outer and inner corners in the crease and only in the crease. Okay, and then once you've got that shape kind of mapped out, you want to blend. Did you guys catch the Emmys? Oh my gosh, Amelia Clark looked heavenly in that new dress, and her hair and her makeup, everything was perfection. I love it so much. I think she is so gorgeous. These eyeshadows just blend so beautifully. I remember at one point Chanel eyeshadows were not very impressive. That's when I first started buying them. I was not impressed and I wasn't happy, but then I received a present from somebody, and as part of the gift they had given me some Chanel eyeshadows. And then I tried those and they were just so beautiful and buttery and gorgeous, kind of like these ones. And ever since then, I have loved Chanel eyeshadows. I'm just going to use my finger and pick up this red color right here in the palette, and I'm going to put that in the center of my lid for some nice warmth. I'm also going to take it up a little bit higher into the crease in the center of the lid. I'm going to blend that into the rest of the eyeshadows a tiny bit. Not too much, just the edges. Okay, now for the lower lid, I'm going to go in with a mixture of the two dark brown colors in the palette. And that's going to go on with my detail shader brush from Zoeva. I seriously cannot get over how pretty these eyeshadows are. I have a brand new eyeliner that I've never tried before. This is the waterproof eyeliner called Graphic Eyes in Black to Earth from Zoeva. I'm not gonna really line the side of my waterline very much. I'm just gonna stick as close to the waterline as possible. This is extremely, extremely creamy. I'm barely touching my lid, and yet so much color is coming out. I have this teeny tiny little pencil brush from Makeup Geek. I'm gonna use that to buff out my liner. This liner is really lovely and creamy and it buffs out so nicely, but it does set. I can feel it setting and I can feel it getting more and more difficult to move around, which is good because if it doesn't set, it means that it might move around on your eye throughout the day, and that's how it creates smudging, and that is bad. I'm gonna use the same pencil brush and just pick up any random matte black eyeshadow because I want to darken and set that eyeliner a little bit more. I'm gonna give my lashes a really quick curl. This one is a brand that I've used before. This is the Heroin Make, and I have recommended it, but they have a brand new one called the Super Waterproof. I do still really like it. It's just I don't see a difference between this and the old one, so maybe it's more waterproof, I don't know. I'm gonna try out a brand new pair of lashes as well. These are the Wispy Minis from House of Lashes. This is what they look like. I've already cut a little bit off of them just so they fit onto my eye, and now I'm gonna try them out for you guys. Okay, the lashes are on. I'm pretty happy with how the eye look turned out overall. I'm gonna move on to a blush now. I have never tried this either. This is the Sigma Powder Blush in the color Mellow. I think it's such a pretty color, and I think it would match this eye look pretty well. I'm pretty excited to try this next color for the lips. This is Juicy Lips by MU. It's a Malaysian brand available at starporium.com. I'll link it all down below. Okay, now we're gonna move on to highlighter. I have my Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick. I think Spotlight is the shade. You can feel it kind of transferring onto the skin because it's quite cooling. But as far as kind of shimmer payoff goes, it's very, very natural. But I think if you're the kind of person who doesn't like that kind of over-the-top crazy shimmer, this would probably be the perfect shimmer for you. This would be a perfect base for another highlight to go on to though. Alright guys, so that concludes my first impressions makeup tutorial. I think for me the clear winners were the eyebrow pencil and my lip. I quite like the lashes as well. I am usually an Iconics user, but I think this is a little bit more of a natural look that you can go for when the Iconics might be a little bit too much. Also because they're so wispy, you could do a really cool kind of eyeliner, which I'm gonna do right now. I mean, why not experiment, right? It's gonna be such a pretty but subtle addition to the look. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I had to do it. I don't know. You give me a perfectly good makeup look and I'm gonna say, oh, that is so beautiful. Let's slap some glitter on it. And that is what I did. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to see a little bit more of me, you can find me on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. That is all listed in the description box below. And I hope that you found this video helpful. And I hope to see you in my next video.